listening to the Questionnaire.
Say that again.
You're listening to the Questionnaires.
I've just started. Right here, for your ears, for your eyes.
The Questionnaire.
Get your comic on.
Poke it out, poke it out, poke it out, poke it out.
Okay, find the lady. Find the lady. Yeah, check it out. I mean, Erica Schultz found my address, and she sent me a nice stack of books that's phenomenal. And I'll tell you, if y'all ain't checked out these past couple quests that we've had, man, they've been great. We just had Eric co-hosting with the Epic Voice guy. Right after that, we had our DM, that being Hannibal Tabu. Yeah, with Damien and Hannibal. That I loved. The first part of that quest was not what I expected out of it, but it was lovely. It was so.
All of that foresaw.
Yeah, it was so. Just a great conversation in all sincerity. That it was just a pleasure to have. I don't care where I would have had it. You know what I mean? That's it. And I love those moments on the show. But we ain't getting into comics. We ain't getting into that. We ain't getting into none of that today. It's a Sundering story. Yeah, and now you see it ain't just me and Hannibal. Check it out. Look at that. We got Alan Henry back in the house. We got Shiro making everything look so much prettier. And of course, man, we gotta have Dave. That's your my local comic book guy. It should be your local comic book guy if you're in the area. Right? But Hannibal, look.
Yes, sir.
I said 2 dragons. Now I got 1, 2, 3. All right, don't do it. All right, don't do it. Let's proceed.
So wait, you're saying
Please
don't use 3
trying.
dragons? Okay, hang on. I just need to make a quick.
Don't do 3 dragons. Just do 2.
So 2 is fine. 2 is fine.
No, you said 2 wasn't fine on Damien's quest. Dave, hold on a second, man. You're gonna.
Don't get us in trouble, man.
I'm just asking. I mean, let's see. Make sure what we're talking about here.
We're all gonna die.
I'm not even sure how many HPs I'm at now.
It's well. Last I saw you, you were where were? Because you haven't had a long rest, have you? Oh God, you all haven't even had a long rest.
We just got to dinner. Yeah, we just got to dinner and
we
having
just started
some awesome
eating, and
pizza.
then
we're in the middle of pizza, then time froze.
Oh yeah, time froze.
Let's dive into that. So first, I'll ask your character warm-up question, so you can all get into the sense of character. What is one thing that can always make your character smile? And I'm going to start with Dave for Vincent. One thing that can always make Vincent smile.
Pizza.
Simple.
Always. Pizza
Simple
always
man.
makes him happy.
Loves that pizza.
Yeah, easy.
Cool. Let's go with Shiro. What is one thing that can always make Benjamin smile?
Friends.
That's so wholesome. I love it. Such a wholesome answer. All right, great. And Alan, what's one thing that can always make Vexis smile?
Stories. Absolutely.
Stories. That's
Stories. Yeah.
That's important to know. Cool. All right. And finally, for the Factor, what's one thing that can always make Mr. Factor your character smile?
We're trying to keep this show PG, Hannibal.
So keep it PG. You talk around it. People did this on television for decades.
And everything went downhill from there.
What? Well, we'll just say a little hanky-panky then? Is that what we're going with? Yeah.
See, George Burns would be proud of you right now. He'd be proud of you. All right, I'm going to jump into today's recap of our last game. Thank you for playing the Sundering today. When last we met, your as yet unnamed party came together when Mr. Factor activated a strange tattoo on his arm that he received when he arrived in the nation, bringing you all together under the ground near a cavern. The 4 of you quickly encountered a pair of unusual dragonborn guarding what looked like a huge egg. Unhappy with your presence, they attacked you, and a fierce and complex battle was joined. As you battled the 2 unusual spellcasting creatures, the egg they protected cracked open, and out came a strange crystalline dragon, the likes of which none of you had ever seen before. This dragon attacked you with this strange kind of gravel breath, which was totally weird. And the battle escalated with Factor taking Vincent on a short teleport onto the dragon's back. I think that's the way it worked. Bringing it to the ground where finally Benjamin felled the dragon. Your party was barely able to escape before the entire cave exploded and caved in, but you found a secret cache of hidden items outside, which somehow tied into some things you were interested in. There was a scrap of the robe worn by Vincent's master, a weapon like the one wielded by Benjamin's friend, and a mysterious tuning fork and a journal referencing a forbidden god. Not sure about what to do about any of this. Y'all head to the nearest city, which is a majocracy called Davia. You found the nearest pizza parlor and sat down for a meal when time stopped. And Factor was the only one not affected, seeing a well-dressed woman stroll by outside. He rushed outside to find out what was going on with her. Unless I'm forgetting something, that's where we left off.
No. I
Anyone have
didn't
any
rush
questions before we
outside.
begin?
We were still at the table.
Oh, you're still at the table? All right. Well, let's see if you do that then. Let's see if
All
you
right.
do that.
Well,
So
so
we'll pick up.
so
You are sitting at the
so
table, and time is frozen, and a lady just walked by.
why ain't this working? Why ain't this?
Oh,
Oh, great. I guess I'll go see what this freaking
nothing
lady
seems to
wants.
happen as you. Nothing seems to happen as you hit the tattoo, but you can make an if you'd like, you can make an Arcana check to find out why.
I don't care at this point. Let's just go. Look, I'm fine. I'll go talk to this lady.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk outside. I'm gonna get about
Okay.
10 foot from her. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna go look. I don't know what's going on. My name is Ash, nor is it Goku, nor is it any kind of chosen one. Blah 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 crap. All right. So I really just am sick of people telling me dragons are normal.
The woman
What are we doing here?
The woman turns around and looks at you. The woman turns around to regard you. And she's a tall, gorgeously built, kind of honey shaded elf in a very fashionable red blazer, black pencil skirt, and a wide brimmed black hat. And she looks confused and says, "You aren't affected by the time stop. That's, huh." And her eyes flash white. And she says, "Why are you covered in dungeon dust? What the heck is isekai magic? This is new. It's like that stuff that I saw at Nightfire Castle. Well, I'll have to catch up with you later. We're running out of time." And as she says that, you hear a rush of sound as everything starts moving around you. And right behind you, a Goliath slams into you from behind. Please make a dexterity saving throw to avoid falling over on your face.
19.
Jesus Christ, what is
18? All right.
No, 19.
You tuck into a nimble roll and you pop up. 19, even better. You tuck into a nimble roll, pop up on your feet. The Goliath says, "Oh, my Alanis, I'm so sorry I didn't see you there. Are you okay, little fella?" But you look around and the well-dressed woman is nowhere to be seen. What are you doing now?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Okay. I did you notice anything weird a second ago?
Only I almost numped into you. I wasn't really looking where I was going. I'm thinking about my sister.
Well, I wish her the best, good sir. May I ask what ails her?
Oh, no, she's fine. It's her wedding this week. I'm in town for her wedding, and I have to go pick up a bunch of stuff, and there's the bachelor party. It's a whole thing.
Well, I wish you the best. I'm gonna return to my party. You have a great day, sir. With that, I go.
I'll watch where I'm going. Have a good day.
Yeah, I go back
And I'm going to hold that thought with you for a second. Before we do, let's jump back to the party and see what they're going to do, what's going on. Because for all of you, you were starting to enjoy a slice of pizza when suddenly your new friend, Mr. Factor, he completely disappeared. His slice of pizza is just sitting on his plate. How do you react to this?
What just happened?
Has he always been able to do that?
I don't know.
Eat pizza? I don't know. But it's mine now.
No. Well, I mean, he teleported earlier with you, Benjamin, correct? I mean,
I mean, we did. He got me to the top of that dragon.
Right? I'll try and look around to see if I can see Factor.
Please roll a perception.
You let me know if you see him. Because I'm eating his pizza. If he's
it's a natural 20, so 24.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, let me roll up for this one. You stand up and look around furiously, scanning the entire place quickly. But only when you're standing near the front window of the restaurant are you able to see this large Goliath waving at Factor as Factor starts to walk back towards the store. He's apparently outside and walking back towards you.
Oh, I found him. He's outside making friends.
Goody.
Put his pizza back.
Yeah, it's halfway in your.
Didn't you take a bite? Didn't you take a bite, Vincent?
I moved the pizza around so you can't tell that it's been bitten. Hopefully.
Amazing. All right,
You
so
left enough for him.
Factor, you're able to walk back in, and your friends are there. And what do you got going on?
Hey guys. So, what just happened for you for the last like minute or two?
Oh.
Well, you just disappeared.
Again.
All right. So
I kept your pizza safe.
I'm glad you're
Thanks.
back.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So nobody noticed that, like, you didn't feel weird for a moment because you didn't feel like you were frozen.
No.
Ah.
I was
No?
just I was talking. I was just about to eat my slice, and suddenly you went poof. Did you need to go to the bathroom?
I mean, I have since I've been here. In all
That's okay. You
honesty,
can just get up
and,
and go.
well, look. I mean, since I've learned I could teleport, I've had to teleport away to go, use the can. But that's not what I was doing. Look, like, I don't know what happened, but everybody froze, and then there was this lady. And then I walked out, and then she was like, "Why are you not frozen?" And then she vanished away, and that dude ran into me, and I don't know what's going on here, and it's really getting annoying. And I swear there better not be another dragon. So look, what's y'all like? Didn't feel anything weird in like the last minute or so, like, because like I just went outside and had like all y'all froze, everybody froze, and then I went outside and there was this lady and she's like, "Why aren't you frozen?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "I don't know, I gotta go." And then she left, and then that big dude bumped into me, and then apparently his sister's having a wedding and whatever, and like, can we just not have any more dragons? I'm really like, this is getting annoying, guys.
You're not used to this kind of stuff, are you?
No.
Yeah. You can tell. Ah. Welcome to the world. Are you gonna eat that slice?
So, wait. Sorry. Factor, are you saying that you didn't just teleport away just now? That wasn't you?
No, I'm saying I walked.
You were in front of us and then you
I
disappeared.
walked out of this freaking place, outside, and there was some lady who was walking, and she was the only other person moving. And she was, I don't know. She was asking me why I wasn't affected, and by some crazy time spell, I didn't even catch all of it, man. Like, I don't understand. Look, this is not normal. Okay, this is not normal.
Vincent, maybe you should stop eating his pizza. Maybe the toppings are off or something.
Got the good mushrooms.
Vexis is going to like rummage in a bag and pull out like your classic magical tome, which is basically just his journal, and he's going to like start flicking. He's going to start flicking through and being like, "Is there anything that about this that sounds familiar?"
Give me an Arcana check, please.
An Arcana check. I can do so. With a +7, that's 19.
With 19, you are well aware that very powerful magicians get a spell called Time Stop that allows them to, for everybody but them, stop time for a certain amount of time. Normally, however, there's no exceptions to it. So the fact that Factor was an exception to it, that's weird. That's definitely not normal stuff. based upon the way that the spell works. But definitely, the idea, now that you think about it, if he got up and walked away from you, it would look like a teleportation to you, because all you would see is, like in the film industry, a quick cut and he'd be gone.
What's a film?
Well,
It's an Arcana term.
Yes, I mean, Factor, we're in Davia. This is like the magical capital. You're going to find plenty of very, very talented and powerful magic users here. The fact that you were able to still move within the time stop is very interesting. It's very interesting.
I told that lady,
so
my name is not Ash. Do you hear me?
Like
very
Evil
well.
Dead dude.
Wait, you get that reference?
Wait, Factor's
Yeah,
evil?
man, Evil Dead. Like, are you talking about Evil Dead 1 or Evil Dead 2?
That's a gross generalization. Not all dead are evil. It's usually more about, the dead are a tool, or they're a tool. It all depends on who's using them.
But they were dead. They weren't the dead.
A lot of dead are evil.
They were dead ice.
I think this conversation is going sideways because I made a reference that I didn't think he would even get, and I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so look, every pulse. I look, man. I love that you know what Evil Dead is. By the way, I love it, man. Like it's great. I can't even tell you, like Ash versus Evil Dead, man. I talked to guys that were down with that, but we ain't gonna get into all that.
They did another sequel?
Hey, okay, look, man, I'm doing what I do way too often from the place that I'm actually from. I hate this place. It's great. All right, so Vexis, you said something about like that was possible, but I should have been affected.
The time stop is it's a spell that exists. But you should, if you didn't cast it, you shouldn't have been able to move.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Well, it would suggest.
Well, as a man that seems readily full of knowledge, Vexis, do you have any idea?
Well, there's always more to learn, but yes.
But why do you think I would have been able to do that? Why? Because look, man, I'm telling you right now, Vexis, y'all are saying that was that was just a different kind of dragon. Dragons aren't normal. You understand me? All right, and I know that's a weird statement for you to hear, and that's fine, Vexis. So I just need you to explain to me why, like, what would have made it to where for some reason my goofy self was able to move when it froze all y'all. And you clearly know what's going on here.
Well, Factor, maybe you should sit down for your pressure. You look like you're you're a haste spell. Sit down, calm down.
Can you give me whatever equates to a flagon of ale here?
Well, as they mentioned earlier, they don't have alcohol there, but you do have a very strong root beer on your table.
Is this tasty?
So, I mean, I can only hazard a guess. Factor, there's still more that I need to learn as well, but I would suggest I have two theories. One, something about who you are and where you are from makes you exempt from some of the rules here. Or two, you are an incredibly powerful magic user that we don't know about.
Nice. You didn't tell us?
I don't know what I can do. The fact that I can teleport is screwy to me. Do you all understand that? Like I'm not supposed to look like this. Okay? I'm not.
It's exactly
the pointy ear.
Exactly what a high-powered magic user would say.
Yeah, sounds totally.
Oh, sorry. Look. I did this with the last group.
I understand. I understand. You want to keep it on the down low. You want to remain incognito.
Because when you're powerful, people go
I will
after
point
you.
out,
I
you
wouldn't
should
know.
be aware. Here in Davia, if you are a powerful magic user, they're going to know, and they're going to want to know you. So just be a lot of those stuffy types from the towers. There will probably come down and harass you, but they're fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll keep it down low, like down in the sewers, man. We won't let anyone know about it.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay, look. This is.
My friend, I'll be
I've
quiet.
look. You guys have been greatly helpful, and I don't want this to go the way it went the last time. And I've come to the conclusion based on some of the references that I'm making. It's very confusing to you all because I'm making references. I don't understand how you got that Ash reference, dude. I really don't. But that's neither here nor there, right?
So,
So
86, dude, I was there. I saw that film, man. Me and my brothers, we snuck in, like on Times Square and went to see it. Man, it was really cool.
I still Army of Darkness was my favorite, but that's neither here nor there, right? But let's get back to like we found this box, we found all
Oh,
this
it's like
stuff.
a theater
Can-
production.
can-
Okay.
Is there any way we could figure out a way to where I'm not here anymore?
Why?
Wait,
Well-
that sounded terrible. No one kill me.
You don't like the pizza, or then you want to go to another bar?
Oh god, this is not
Or-
working out properly.
What do you
Okay.
mean by here?
I mean,
Well,
you were gone for a couple of minutes. You want to be gone again?
Dibs on his pie.
I'm struggling to stay in character. I'm so silly.
Um,
You're doing
No, it's
great.
fine.
You're doing good.
Yeah, I think Vexis is going to be like staring at his book and kind of furrowing his brow and saying, "Well, if I mean, it's fairly obvious that the four of us are not from around these parts, as they say."
he's a turtle.
Yeah, well,
And
yes, there are others.
As you say that, a turtle walks by and like rude, and just doesn't. It just keeps going.
He's not from
Sorry.
around here. Sorry, he's very new.
Maybe we should get to know each other a little bit then. Maybe we should sit down. Let's kind of understand where each one of us are from then, because obviously Factor's having a hard time with this, and maybe if we all know where we're from, describe what lands we're from and stuff, we might be able to understand each other a little better.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a great idea. I love this. I love this idea.
So let's have
Excellent.
some story time then. I agree. I can start if you all would like me to. But let's just put it simple.
That would make you feel more comfortable.
Where I'm from,
Vexis is already writing notes down.
Hey, look, where I'm from, people can't like cast fireballs or stop time or teleport like I did with you earlier. And there ain't
Low magic users.
like, look, nobody's got pointed
Mundane.
ears. Like, what is this? This does not make sense to me. There's so many levels of this. Now, in all honesty, if I told you what a DVD player was, though, I don't know, man. You might get it, but I don't think y'all would, right? But this is so a magical world. I do not understand. Like, it is confusing to me the fact that I can do some of the things that I can, and I've seen beyond, and where I'm from. And if you want to get anywhere, you get in a thing with an engine with 4 circles on it. It drives you places,
a wagon.
But no horse.
We
Why would you need a horse when you got that big, really, really big yellow bird that goes really faster? Makes a really cute sound. Which I'm not gonna say, or else we might get sued by Square.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if we need to all take a nap and wake up and start this in the morning, or like find an inn real quick and then go about work. Or if we should just walk out right now, and because we've got a number of things that I'd like to figure out personally, right? But then again, like I want to know, Vexis, where did you initially come from? What's a quick background for you? Like, you're not from here clearly?
No, I'm not from this land, but where I'm from is surprisingly similar in terms of magic exists. People, if they have an aptitude for it, they can study it. Dragons are a thing that exists. I myself and my people are quite common across the land. I was my parents wanted me to be a wizard and wanted me to pursue that line of education, and I enjoyed it, but more from a sense of history, I guess. I started. My best friend and I, we were archaeologists. We started an archaeology business, delving into ruins, scouring the past, trying to learn as much as we could. Yes, Benjamin, you would actually be very good at it. You could fit into all sorts of interesting spots.
Yes, I do. I do. I visited a lot of dungeons and ruins.
Well, yes, exactly. Yes, no, my very dear friend was also very short for an elf. So yes, there will always be room for someone like. But anyway, where I'm from is not unsimilar to this factor. It's this all is somewhat familiar. There are certain things that are different.
All right.
But someone with your abilities is very common as well. So
all right. So I got that. And then Vincent, let me just see if I can run your story for you, right? And if I'm right, it's gonna make my brain hurt. You had 4 brothers. You always framed by a rat. There's some dude that's got a lot of knives and is like looks like a freaking cheese shredder that's always trying to kill you all. You live in New York City, and it's like, I don't know, the TVs aren't flat; they're still big
The
boxes.
mystical land of New York City.
Huh? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is the city called New York? Is it built on the ruins of Old York? Is that how it is, or?
Exactly. Or at least that's what my brother Mikey told me.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Yes. So
there must
like,
be a lot
and
of
then like,
ruins.
So in a really weird way, I
and,
understand that, but I don't understand why he's here. And that's a whole different conversation that I don't think I'm ready for personally. So, Benjamin, let me ask you, like, all this weird crap, is that normal?
Oh yeah, where I come from, this is natural for me, but I do understand, in a way, not understanding why you can do what you can do, because before I started adventuring, I was a shepherd, and I was minding my own business, shepherding my sheep in full armor. For some reason, my mom asked me to wear one that day. I don't get it. And then my hometown got destroyed out of nowhere. And then some guy on a cloud came to me, told me to save the crystals, and then disappeared. So then I shrugged and I went down to Foresta, and that's how it all started.
That's not an uncommon story where I'm from.
You mean it happens to other people? Oh my
Quite
God.
often.
yeah,
Yes.
I went down the wrong tube. We were like getting dinner, and the Domino's guy dropped it off, and I must have turned left when I was supposed to turn right. The tube glowed green, and next thing I know, boom! I woke up in a gladiatory pit, and so I did a lot of fighting because that's what I've done. So, but right now it's pretty chill.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
My brain hurts from all of that information, just so you all know. I'm sincere in that because look, my ears shouldn't be pointy. My ears shouldn't be pointy. I'm still annoyed for the fact that my ears are pointy. All right, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get over that, to be bloody honest. But that's neither here nor there.
What is wrong with pointy ears? It's totally fine.
I said my ears.
Pointy ears.
Your ears are fine.
Another elf at another table shouts over, "That's racist."
I meant
I'm sorry,
mine,
he's not from
yours.
here. He's not
Son
from
of an-
around
I'm
here.
an
He
elf.
doesn't know.
We're so sorry.
I'm a turtle. I don't even have ears.
And
Yours
you're
look pretty
the way
dope.
you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Factor. Honestly, it's an information overload, and often just resting. Don't think about it. Maybe in the morning after we get some sleep, a bit of it will kind of settle, and like there's.
That's what I do. I don't think. I do a lot, but I don't think.
Sometimes that's the best choice.
So would anyone like to go rest for the night?
Let instincts take over. Yeah.
Well, yes. Well, what is the time?
At current, it's after this conversation that you've had. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, creeping on 4.
We still. I mean, we could try and get some rest now. We still have time if you would like to find more information, or if there's anything specific
Look, man,
anyone would like to do.
I'm sorry, Vexis. These sons are screwy. I didn't realize it was still that early. It's been a long, whatever amount.
No,
of time.
that's totally fine. It is. I've been here for a while, and the first few weeks were very, very disconcerting.
I don't even know how long I've been here.
We could try and find some. We could try and find some information about the Dragonborn or the strange variant dragon that we encountered.
Well, you seem to be the one
I'll
with
stay here and guard the pie.
Why don't we could just take it with us?
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Excellent.
So let's.
Well, I mean, I can just roll it up and eat it here. I'll just roll it up. It's a pizza taquito. Let's go.
I love
All right,
it.
so you all.
It's all like me.
Vincent, you have no
all take
idea
your
how much
food.
you're like just making me remember certain aspects of my childhood. But that's neither here nor there. Vincent, do you have any idea where you think we should go? You seem the one most inclined with knowledge to the area.
I'm not the smart one here. Ask Benji.
Oh
He
man,
might know
I meant
something.
Vexis. I meant Vexis. I don't know why I said Vincent.
Oh, me.
Vincent, eat your pizza. Vexis, where
okay.
should we go?
Yes. Well, I mean, we could. There is there somewhere in Davia that would specialize in sort of I guess dragonology or like some sort of zoological expert.
Ooh,
Well, there are 3 things that you can think of because you've been to this town before, and we talked about this last episode, so I'll give you this without a roll. There are 3 things you can think of in town. First, there's a very large library called the August Archive. Most big cities have one. It's a very large. It's just books. However, you have also visited a place here called the Congress of Spell, which has its own library. That's it's for sorcerers and wizards. It's basically a place where they can come and study the craft and work specifically in their own disciplines. The only other possibility you could think is the Temple of All Faiths, which you are aware that there is a god of dragons called Ninki Nanka that is worshipped here, especially among Dragonborn. So that would be a third possibility. All those are within possible, and when you walked here, you could see the Temple of All Faiths and the Congress of Spells because they're gigantic.
I'll relay that information to the party. So there are places of knowledge that we can go to.
Okay.
If we go to the Temple of All Fates, you gotta knock off the whole what dragons are weird thing, dude, because that's just not gonna fly.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're gonna ask questions, then they're gonna ask questions, then answering questions is not my strong suit.
But also, I think there's a way. There is a way to inquire about abnormal dragons without offending anyone's sensibilities.
Well, Vexis, I think you would be inclined perhaps to go about that because I don't want anybody to be thrown off by the fact that I think all of this is really weird. Yeah.
Well, wherever we go, maybe we'll get in the least trouble possible if Factor doesn't talk.
That's what I used to say about my brother Mikey.
Hey man, I like Mikey best. I've never whatever. Let's just go.
Well, then let's why don't we head to the temple of all faiths?
Okay.
They
Easy
do.
enough.
They worship the god of dragons. But also remember, we have some paraphernalia pointing to some other deities, which may be a good thing or may not. I'm not a particularly religious person. I prefer the cold, hard science of magic, but we can always ask.
Okay.
Did
So I
you
assume you're
say-
walking and talking as you're going, and you're walking. Go ahead.
Mexican burrito pizza thingy.
Of course, you took all the food, of course, and you're munching as you go. You're walking southwest through town towards what is very visible over the skyline, a gigantic white limestone pyramid in the center of the city. And you're able to get there easily enough. But when you get there, you notice that the pyramid doesn't go all the way down. It's got like kind of like glass walls around the bottom of it where, it's people can look in, and there's doors where you can come in. And there's a number of, people having conversations and different holy people and pilgrims of all sorts here at the Temple of All Faiths. But you're able to arrive and walk into the central area there. It's very spacious inside. The pyramid kind of tips upwards. You can see the inclination of it. You can see the different little staircases lead up to different little stops, shrines, individual shrines for hundreds and hundreds of different gods in here. And as you get to the front, you see kind of a gangly looking teen who's waiting there like, "Welcome to the Davia Temple of All Faiths. What religious revelation can I help you find today?"
Point of practice.
Yes. Greetings. My companions and I are actually wondering if there are any learned scholars on some of the ancient beliefs here that we could talk to. We just have a few questions, historical questions.
Well, okay. I guess that would be all right. I guess I could point you to, hang on, let me see if she's here. And he goes and reaches for a small stone underneath he's got a little kiosk there or whatever. He reaches under a small stone and he utters a word he utters some words in a language you don't understand into it. And he waits for a second. He's like, "Okay, all right." And he puts the stone away. He's like, "All right, if you can follow me, I'll take you to the prelate." And
Excellent,
he
thank you.
kind of locks up the little kiosk and he walks with you about 70 feet to, and all of the there's a lot of rooms here, but they all have glass walls, so you can see through basically the entire place. There's no real blockage of anything here. And he leads you into an office where a beautiful dark-skinned woman with long braids is sitting at a desk writing, and she wears long white robes with blue and yellow piping on it. And she looks up as you come in, and he says, "Prelate Laveau, these travelers were interested in historical information." And she says, Certainly, please come in. Thank you, I appreciate this. My name is Prelate Vanya Renault. I'm the priestess of Oya here at the Temple of All Faiths in Davia. What can I do for you? What are you looking for?"
Well, we have some questions about the dragons that are present in the nation, and if there are any historical records or theories about specific, for want of a better term, abnormalities in dragons. I'm not trying to be negative about them at all. There are some dragons that are established as being the expected forms and shapes of dragons. But have there ever been cases where there have been diversions from the expected?
Where
I
I come
guess-
from, we call them recolors.
Well,
Right.
hang on 1 second. My headphone dropped out on me. I gotta just hit this button really quickly. Hopefully it's coming back. All right.
Oh my God, we're losing God.
It is not coming back, but I will work on it. It's probably fine. All right. So she said, "Well, the great myth of the dragons and the dragonborn people is that the great god Ninki Nanka was the first dragon, created Tiamat, created all subsequent dragons in his image, and created the possibility for dragons to exist in the material plane. There was a split very early on where chromatic and metallic dragons came to the material plane, and most of the gemstone dragons, they went to the astral plane, and that's where they mostly live. Ruby dragons, emerald dragons, what's the other ones? I can't remember. I don't get to talk about this very often, so. But
no, of course.
That's mostly been the division. There have been people who have seen gemstone dragons on this plane, but they're normally very rare because they normally like the astral plane better. But that's, normally what is said of it. I'm not much of a scholar on dragons of the dragonborn people. You'd really have to go to someplace like Flame Hearts for that, where, I know Lord Shakur has a gigantic library at his estate there. Yeah, to my understanding, that's what we understand about dragons in this world. And there are hundreds of dragons loose. Some like Tatsuya and Xiamen, who protects the city at super speed. Or there's some like, the chromatic cartel of our history who were great dangers to all of us. So, there's a variety of types of dragons and motivations there.
Excellent. Well, perfect. Thank you. That's very informative. I appreciate that. I would just very quickly. Have there ever been instances where groups of persons, have sought to summon or bring the gemstone dragons from the astral plane into the material?
Well, as I said, I'm aware that they do have their own followers and their own. I know that there's a place called the Ruby Palace in the astral plane, which is ruled by Sardior, the Grand Lord of the Ruby Dragon, the Grand Lord of the Gemstone Dragons, and he has followers. He has different Thanes, which are different types of gemstone dragons that work with him, and I've heard of their influence coming, but I've never heard of anyone summoning them. That's not something I'm aware of.
I see. Right. Excellent. Okay. This is all absolutely fantastic. By the way,
happy to help.
I myself I'm such an avid reader and learner, and history and lore is right up my alley. So I appreciate this. I very much do. I think we have everything we need. I don't want to take any more of your time. I know administrating something like this is probably very, very time consuming.
It has its challenges.
Indeed, it does. I think I'm fine, and I'll turn to the rest of the party. Is there anything you all would like to know?
Fantastic. That was plenty. I think we need to go to.
Do you guys have a food court?
She says, hang on a second. You all look like this might be of use to you. And she reaches down into her desk and she pulls out a scroll that has a greenish band around it. And she says, please take this, and if you ever get in trouble, just recite it and it will lead you back here to relative safety. That's a scroll of group recall. And we sell them here, but I have a feeling you all might need you might benefit from a little help.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Nice.
Group
we can take all the help we can get. Thank you very, very much. You're very nice.
Yes, thank you. Is there a donations box or receptacle? I would like to provide for.
We have a donation room that actually is near the kiosk where you were. It's a donation room where people put treasures or items that they believe might be of value to other people. It's a kind of a, drop what you can, take what you need sort of situation.
Excellent.
Give a gold piece, take a gold piece. Excellent.
Lovely. Excellent. Well, I thank you. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Blessings of Oya be with you.
And you as well.
Hang loose.
And you're
What
able
they
to
said.
walk out of her office back into the main hallway, which you can, like I said, you can see everything because there's nothing glass. You can see the kiosk where the guy is. It's about, it's maybe 70 feet away. And you can see across from him, there is a big kind of a doorway with an archway over it that says donation room.
Excellent.
I mean, I'm going
There
to
it
just
is.
go throw 5 gold coin in there because that seems like it might save our life at some point. So, yeah, but Vexis, what was she saying about a ruby place that we should go?
Well, there are a few things he said that were quite interesting. These gemstone dragons, if that is indeed what we encountered, they're not in the material plane, so they exist in a whole other plane of existence. They, from what I gather, they would rather not be here in the material plane. So either someone or something brought one here or summoned one here, possibly against their will, or there could be someone communicating with the astral plane. Basically, the ruby dragon is, from what I gather, is the, for want of a better term, the leader of these gemstone dragons in the astral plane. He resides in the Ruby Palace. Getting to the astral plane is not quite so easy.
I know. There's one where I come from, took me everything I had to get there. Oh.
Yes, that's generally how it works. From my end, that's how it works back where I'm from, anyway.
Look, okay, so we can talk about Doctor Strange in it. That's fine. All right, but really, if they worship him and they believe they exist, shouldn't we talk about somebody that might believe they exist a little bit more than she did? You know what I mean?
Well, that's the next step, right?
I don't want.
We know that they have followers, so possibly we need to find their followers. There is Flamehearth, of course, which is the in the I guess the Dragonborn capital. So we could go to the Dragonborn and ask them directly. So we have those are a couple of options. I feel like, and this is just me throwing out ideas here, but if we have a group of people that are bringing dangers from the astral plane into the material plane, that's not the greatest idea. If the dragons in this nation are anything like the dragons back home, the chromatic and the metallic and the gemstone probably don't really like each other that much. So if there is a way, if there is a way for someone to pass between the barrier, between the veil between material and astral, possibly Factor, that could be some way for you or any of us to cross the veil and return to our own worlds, possibly.
Okay, but
again, but these are large. Like this, we're talking big, like large ideas here. Like there have been stories of people who have done it before, and either the gods cursed them or struck them down, or they were removed from existence. Like it's big. We're talking big ideas. It's a big risk, and it carries with it a lot of baggage, if you will. But
all right, look, I've always been more about existential thought, in all sincerity, Vexis, and looking at the entirety of all of this, though, the main thing I'm curious about is what we encountered with that dragon. What do you all think the probability that the lady that none of you seen because she decided to stop freaking time is tied into any of this? So do we just think that's a separate event? I'm curious, y'all, because they seem to happen real close to one another, and I would assume to be able to pull one of those dragons from the astral plane, one would have to be fairly inclined, like at a sorcerer supreme level, to be able to do that.
That's a lot of words.
That was a lot of words, dude.
I mean, Factor, you are correct. Anyone who commands that level of magic could possibly have the power to do a number of things. Again, there's a lot I don't know. I'm guessing at a lot of this. But if I mean, we could go to the Congress. I could try and ask them about something along these lines. If we're talking about the pure magical skill needed to do this sort of thing. But yeah,
That would be because
sorry,
because she might be, we might be able to find somebody that has, there might be someone out there that has been running these kind of experiments, and they might have, this Congress, the Congress of Spells, right?
Yes.
They might actually have a spell, or maybe the August Archive, or is it August or August?
August.
August. I wrote it down wrong. The August Archive. I was like, August doesn't seem. The August Archive. Those guys might know something about like what would be necessary to perform a spell like that. And if they did it for the dragon, they might have done it previously for maybe you, Factor, or myself, or even Benji over here.
I mean, I should, just so we're clear, my specialty is history, archaeology, and abjuration. It's not divination, it's not conjuration. These are disciplines that I have read about and heard about, but I can muddle my way through it. But Vincent, you are correct. The August Archive will have books and scrolls detailing those things. The Congress of Spells have their own specific library that is a repository for inherently magical texts. I also the Congress of Spells, and Vexis is like, the Congress of Spells, honestly, are a little bit uppity and a bit full of themselves. So
you're telling me to keep my mouth shut, Vexis? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no. What I'm saying is,
I'm encouraging it.
All I'm saying is that they have very strong ideas and agendas, and they're very, for want of a better term, it's inherently political up there.
All right, look. All I know is last time I didn't listen to anybody. This time I'm going to listen to everybody, because last time it didn't go well, and this time I'm not trying to have that happen again. Right? So let's just put it up to a vote between you three. I'm not even going to vote, and we'll go there.
Sure. Well, yes, Vincent, Benjamin, what do you think? We have a number of options. We can go to the August Archive and find some books that the general public might find. We could go to the Congress of Spells and deal with their petty nonsense and hopefully find something a bit more in depth of what we want. We could also head to Flamehearth and try to talk to the Dragonborn. We could. There are also parts in Davia. There are many parts to this entire city where we could possibly find some sort of information. And I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions here or anything.
The Congress of Spells is going to let everyone in. The Congress of Spells isn't going to let everyone in. They're going to be all like, that guy doesn't have the right robes or something like that, right? They're going to be real uppity. And the other place, the archive, that sounds like a lot of reading.
Yes,
my
buddy
Donnie, my brother Donnie would be for that.
As I said, we could. This could be a moment where, I could hopefully get to the Congress to find something, but in the meantime, the three of you you also have skills. As I said,
while you're talking,
Like-
Benjamin, please roll a perception check for me. Because you're the only one kind of like tuned out of the conversation, so I picked you. And your
I think I
passive
tuned out in
perception.
real life. Wait, perception. I'm
You're gonna grab your 20 cider.
Yeah.
Perception
okay.
is +3, and you have as a D20 +3.
+3. Okay. 18.
Oh, 18.
Nice.
You notice while your friends are all talking to each other that on the edge, like, because there's 4 doors basically that lead into the center thing here under the pyramid. And on the edge of one of them, you see a really well-dressed woman wearing a red blazer and a wide black hat and a black pencil skirt, just kind of observing you all very closely with her head cocked before she just kind of walks away.
I reach up and I start pulling on Factor's sleeve.
Yeah.
Factor?
Yeah.
There was a lady.
As Benjamin points, you could just see the tail end of the lady that you saw earlier walking away about 200 feet away.
Am I able to tell? Was it the same woman?
Oh, you can tell. Yeah. You just saw her a while ago, yeah.
So was it the same woman I seen that did that spell?
You don't know if you never saw her do a spell. It was the same woman you talked to earlier.
Oh, it was the same one that I spoke to in that moment where time was frozen. All right. It's a hey, everybody. That person froze time on all of us.
You want me to get her?
No killing.
This is
Not
not
inside.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a good place to start a fight. I mean, I know I was
no,
said I
Oh,
was
no, I
gonna,
didn't say fight.
Look at all this glass.
You didn't say. You just said you were gonna kill her.
No, I said get her.
Okay.
So you want me to get her?
Well, we should. Should we go? Yeah, let's. Why don't we just go and find her at least and talk to her?
Let's see. So I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm going this way, and I'm gonna walk after her and hope they all follow me, because why not? And why not?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
Hannibal,
I saw her too.
On the way out, do I see? Do I see any shrines to the Ivory Betrayer?
Oh,
when we were walking up?
You
No?
definitely do not see any shrines to her here. No,
But there's the rest,
no,
the rest of the Elven pantheon is there though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You see Talisha Pasandaral, you see Reykjavik, the god of Elven Winters. You see all the other ones, but yeah, definitely nothing to the Ivory Betrayer. No.
And it just wasn't included, or it's been. There isn't like one shrine that's been kind of defaced and removed, or
not here. There's nothing here.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Cool. But yeah, I'll eventually catch up to the group.
Okay, so you catch up to the group. You all get outside, and so you're looking for her. Please give me a group perception check. See if you can locate her.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, give me a perception check.
Oh dear.
I got a 5. I got a 5.
I'm sorry,
from
an
the
18
floor.
and a 5?
A 5 from the floor, no less.
I got a 16.
16.
7.
Okay. In that case,
I was smart for 5 seconds and now it's gone.
Because there's even number of you, so I have to roll. So hang on a second.
A bird flew by and you're like, oh.
Well,
Butterfly.
That was my brain cell for the day.
Yeah, okay, here we go. So evens you it's good, but odds is bad. Natural 1. So you scan around and you do not see any sign of this woman anywhere. It's a very crowded day. People jam to the streets. You don't see any sign.
Darn it. Maxis, you're talking. You see her?
Well, I can see. I don't see a large hat anywhere. Sorry.
Darn it.
My apologies. I was distracted by something in there.
You know what? I want to cast Dispel Magic.
On what?
The general area?
Okay, go ahead and cast. Okay? You go ahead and just cast Dispel Magic in the general area, and 3 nearby lights, like public lights, just phase out. And people are just like, "What the heck, man? What was that about?"
Well,
I was looking for someone. I thought she did something. I'm sorry, y'all. Can I fix that real quick?
Public works now. Jeez, not cool. Oh,
sorry. Sorry. So I didn't do anything, y'all. I'm just hoping maybe
a lot on his scroll.
On what? Okay, so what are you all doing now? You're standing outside the Temple of All Faiths. You can see about 40 feet off to your right. You can see the gigantic black dome that is the Congress of Spells, but you don't know exactly where the August Archive is.
I mean, are there people nearby?
Oh, there's hundreds of people. The streets are packed with people.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Sometimes I don't know how magic works here, so sometimes I screw up and use it.
Yeah, man. Okay. I'd be careful with like just telling people they can't use their magic all of a sudden. That could be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because a lot of people, when like 3 people looked at you very angrily when those lights shut off. Because now they're like, people are working on it, and they're like trying to reach out to protectors, and there's all kind of there's a whole thing going on.
Hey, I think we should get a little bit far away from here based on what I just did. My bad, y'all. I thought maybe that lady that stopped time or did whatever was trying to maybe do something else, and I could stop her from doing it. But I don't know what I'm doing here, so let's leave.
Yeah, let's go a little further before
Where
we.
are you going?
Just
we get in trouble.
What if we look for those Dragonborn? What if we go look for the Dragonborn that
well, I
we
mean,
mentioned earlier?
The Dragonborn are in Flamehearth. They're in a whole nother region of the mission.
Oh, that's a long way.
That is quite a ways away.
That's
but
a trip.
we could always go and like see if there's anyone at the Congress who might know. We could ask around and try and look for the August Archive.
All right, fair enough. Chicanery. All right. Wait, where were we?
Standing and debating what you were doing.
All right.
Well, we're definitely not going to travel to, really far away. So we're going to probably look to see how to get to the August Archive.
Sure. Anybody who wants to do that could roll an investigation check.
Is somebody else want to?
Wait, are we going? Are we waiting? Are we waiting for recording?
No, we're good. We're good. All right. So
okay, good.
So
and
you guys want to check for somewhere closer we could check, and then maybe after we check that, take a rest, because I really think we should rest before we travel a great distance.
Yeah, I could definitely use some more pizza.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Of course.
But yeah,
I mean,
I'm pretty sure there are street vendors. Maybe there's street pizza.
Well, you do see a number
around. Two, but I want to sit down and eat.
Ah, that's okay. That makes sense.
Well, let's go investigate first, Vincent. We just ate. We'll get more pizza, I promise.
Well, we took like an hour to walk to, this temple here, or the Temple of the Fates. We talked to the lady for a while, and then now it's like dusk, maybe.
It's like 5:30. But I mean, it's summer. It's summer too, so it's still sun.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, I mean, if it's not too far away to walk to August, if we can find where the August Archive is, and if it's not too far away, but that's like going to be an all-nighter of reading and stuff, and
it's like
pizza.
Well, if we either go to the August Archive or the Congress of Spells, like staying up and reading is, I'm fine with that. That's like, I'm happy to do that. If there is, but also if there are other things, are there other things that the group of you need to do? Like, believe me, I could sit and read and take notes forever. So
I'm gonna make a
is there anything
suggestion.
you
I'm
all want to
super
do?
cool, man. You know,
Let's
Hey,
hey Vincent, could you find
Factor,
out
what
where
do you
that
want to do?
could you find out where that is for us? Vexis?
Yes. I got a 19 on my investigation
All right.
to look for where the August archive is.
Cool. So you walk up to a street vendor who's selling churros, and
Oh.
they're, they're like, yeah, I know what the August Archive is. Sure, okay. So you're right here, right? You want to walk past that restaurant there, Batter and Salt, and he points to this restaurant that's got a huge line of people out of it. You want to walk past Batter and Salt, hang a left, and then you hang a left, and on that same street, about 4 or 5 blocks down on the left, you see the August Archive. It's not the most interesting or jazzy building, but it's it's got a good sign. You want churro?
What do they
2
sell at
silver.
that restaurant? Yeah, thank you. I'll take 2. Okay.
All right, that's 4 silver. Oh, that restaurant. Oh, that's
Easy.
Batter and Salt. That's the most popular restaurant in town. They're like they sell what's called comfort food. So they got like waffles and like real heavy food. It's real filling. Comfort food.
Oh,
Mm.
they got waffles and like fried
Okay.
chicken.
Okay, so I wanna
They got the they sell fried rock. They sell fried rock there. Yeah.
I wanna
Yes.
I wanna
Yes, I've
ask
got
this
it.
vendor
Yeah, we
real
don't
quick.
have in here.
I want to ask this vendor,
Yeah.
hey,
What's
real
up?
quick, man, give me 2 churros too. It's been a day. I'm hungry. But is there an inn
Sure.
right around that area that we could stay in by chance?
Well, I mean, and he points off down this street to what looks like a gigantic bishop, like a bishop from a chess set. He's like, "That's the Joust Hotel." I mean, it's a little pricey and a little fancy, but if you got the coin, it's nice to stay there. I've heard.
Okay, so I'm going to turn to the group. Look, what I would suggest, guys, and if anybody thinks I'm wrong, please tell me. I have no idea what's going on here. Let's go check out some books, and then get some food, and then go rest.
Like that idea. Let's grab some food, check out some books, and then get some more food, and then get some rest.
I don't look like it, but I agree with the books, and then some food, and then some rest, because I always need a rest after I read. It's hard. I can do it, but it's hard.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. I assume you're all saying this as you're walking, and you are able to, in fact, very easily find a large 2-story building. It's a rectangle. It's kind of light tan, and it does have a large, bold sign out front that says August Archive. And you walk in, and it is just floor to ceiling, stacks and bookcases as far as the eye can see. And you see little tables with people studying and reading and writing notes. And as you walk into the door, there's a whoosh of movement as a tall female Mercury Dragonborn rushes up to you and says, "Hi, how can I help you? Yeah, welcome to the August Archive. What are you looking for there? Huh?"
Well, that's convenient.
You are correct, Benjamin. This is very fortuitous.
My name's Kunarda. I'm the librarian here. What can I do? What are you looking for? Hang on a second. And whoosh, disappears and then whoosh, comes right back with like a different stack of books. Like, sorry, I forgot something. What was you saying?
Factor, she does like you. She disappears and she comes back.
Yes. Hello. My name is Vexis. My friends and I, we're just looking for some information.
All right.
Fortuitously, actually, about the Dragonborn, and also
Dragonborn.
You are indeed a Dragonborn. This is most fortuitous. But I mean, you are busy, so I don't want to steal any of your time. So
actually, fun story about that. Hold that. Whooshes off. Drop. Comes back with a completely different stack of books. Like, I'm actually really fast, so I can do lots of things at the same time. You're fine. What's on your mind? What can I do?
Well, we're just actually wondering if you have any books that are about the gemstone dragons from the astral plane.
Ooh. Comes back and shoves a book in your hands. Like, yep.
That
is
was
so convenient.
Fast. That was very quick.
Mercury
Thank
dragons
you.
and Mercury Dragonborns are very fast.
Good to know.
And they're very nice too.
Well,
Do you have a book on the best places to eat in town?
and then comes back and shoves a brochure in your hand. Mhm.
Nice.
Excellent. Well, just quickly, you
I will
you
say,
you
the brochure you
Just
can have,
quickly,
but the
yeah.
book is a reference book, so you're not actually able to take it out of the archive. So you have to
That is
study it
to-
here.
that is totally fine. I can do so. That's absolutely fine. Just quickly, you are a Mercury Dragon, yes?
Mercury Dragonborn. Mhm.
Of course, Mercury Dragonborn. Apologies. Is it? Is there a specific term for a dragon that uses essentially gravel or rock as its breath weapon? There's a lot I have to learn. I'm trying not to. I apologize in advance if that's a very offensive question to ask.
She cocks her head and leans in. And she's like, "I've never heard of that. That's new. I love new things. Oh boy. No, what? Hang on a second." And she disappears. And all of a sudden, there's a table that you saw a little bit off to the right that had like some cups on it and some other, and it's suddenly cleared. And she's like, and she comes back. She's like, "Please, come sit with me. Please."
Vexis
And she
is
leaves
immediately, Vexis is immediately like, okay, this is new, great. And like sits down.
So did you say gravel breath?
Yes. Okay. So here's like, is that the thing?
Yeah.
And he'll start asking questions.
I'm aware of every dragon and dragonborn type that I've seen here on the material plane, and a few that I haven't. But I've never heard of a dragon or a dragonborn with gravel. That's and you encountered this? You saw this?
Yes, we saw it.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Okay, that's
And like Vexis will show some of the like little rough sketches that he made before he was blasted by rock, obviously. And he's like, I tried to get the general shape and just the side, but it's very rough. It's very rough, I know.
No,
you're good.
You're very talented. This is very good. But this is not okay. She puts up. Let's start here. All right. So the basics. Most people know the basics of dragons: chromatic, red, blue, white, green, black. Sure. And then most people know that there are also metallic, like myself, dragons or dragonborn, gold, brass, copper, mercury. I forget the other ones because they're not really important to me. But that's normally what. This, however, looks like a gemstone dragon, which are not normally on this plane. But the problem is, if you said that this is a gemstone dragon that has a gravel breath, none of the gemstone dragons have a gravel breath. I've never heard of that. That's what because you weren't able to. What color was it?
What color was it? Was it gray?
It was like clear crystal.
Yeah, it was like opaque.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, it was like opaque.
Oh, yes, crystal.
Yes,
familiar
it
with
was like
crystals.
it was crystalline, so similar to I guess like a quartz, maybe. But
Clear.
yes,
but clear. Yeah, not as cloudy. Yeah, we could almost see through it, but it was like all like jaggedy and And
But it bled.
I'm sorry. Did you say it hatched? You saw it being born?
Oh,
yeah. It was wild, and there was like these two dragonborn that also were kind of like that too.
Wait, they were crystal dragonborn?
Killed two of them. I mean,
I should point out in self-defense.
Self-defense.
In self-defense.
In self-defense.
They were trying to kill me.
People die in the nation all the time. That's just about it. No, what I'm confused. Okay, here's where I'm confused. Because of course, I grew up in Flamehearth. I know all about dragons. I know all about Dragonborn. I know about Ninky Nanka. But I've never heard of a clear crystal-style dragon with a breath that's like gravel. This is. I've never heard of that.
And I'm a
Hiding,
librarian. That's
cool.
Have you ever
Okay.
heard of
Okay.
rumors?
Yeah.
You've never even heard of rumors?
I mean, no, of a clear dragon? No, I've only heard of. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, my dad would tell me the stories of Sardior, the ruler of the Ruby Palace, and how he ruled justly, and yada yada yada. But I just thought it was kind of just whatever, just stuff that Dad said. I never thought about that. But
wait.
the kind of dragons that he. What's up?
I need more of that story from your father. Like, what are these stories he told, and they're similar to what we're describing to you?
Well, I mean, when I was growing up, my dad taught me about the different types of dragons. That's why I know he's actually one of the reasons why I got into being a librarian. He's a teacher, but there's normally a fairly basic. They normally go in fives, and Mercuries are the ones that are very rare out of that. But the gemstone dragons are mostly, they all have kind of like psionic powers, like mental powers. It's kind of cool. There's amethyst, there's emerald, there's sapphire, there's topaz, and there's obsidian, and there's ruby. That's normally what every once in a while you hear something real weird like, oh, there's a Bejeweled dragon, but there's like 2 of them in the entire universe. So, and yeah. Are you sure it wasn't a crystal? Because crystal dragons are friendly. They like to play, and they're friendly, and they hug a lot.
This was not friendly, my brother.
No, it's definitely not friendly. No.
Know that.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Benjamin wouldn't have killed it if it was friendly.
In self-defense, because it was not trying to bug us at all.
It was
Was this somewhere really cold? Because crystal dragons love it cold. They love like snowy peaks and like in Ungle where it's super cold. They like stuff like that.
What's the temperature around here?
This was underground.
Because it's not cold here. So
Yeah, it was more humid than cold.
yeah.
Underground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very both pleased to tell you and sorry that I don't have more information about it, to tell you that you've come across something that might be new, or at least new to the knowledge of the nation, as far as I can tell.
There's a moment where Vexis is like, sorry.
This is wow. I'm trying to figure. Okay, so first of all, yeah, I'm super interested in this, and I'm definitely going to be putting all of my researchers on staff on this. The second I get, hang on a second, she rushes away from the table and then rushes right back. She's like, all right, so I've got about 9 people working on this now. But I'm really, I don't know anything about this, and this is surprising to me because if they were underground's normally warmer, so it couldn't have been crystal dragons. But so it wouldn't have been an ice dragon. I don't know what you ran into, and I don't know why. I don't understand a lot of it.
I want to lean in to where I can whisper to Vexis to where no one hears and be like, you think we could show her that book and stuff we found?
Roll a sleight of hand check. Actually, no, roll a stealth check since you're trying to be quiet.
19.
19? She does not hear you. She just sees the lean over.
Well, I mean, the book isn't about the dragon. The book is about elves. So that's possibly different.
She says, "You're an elf."
I am indeed an elf. Yes. We found a book, a tome, but it's about the elven pantheon.
It's a book. I love books.
I also love books.
I bet you do.
But maybe this one. Let's just focus on the dragons for now.
Okay.
The book about the elven thing. We can discuss that at another time. I think I don't know if they're But yes, and
In the middle of
basically,
your sentence, she runs off and then runs back in between words and doesn't miss anything.
excellent. Yes. Well, this I will start giving her kind of a bit more information about what we encountered and what we found, and basically kind of two researchers trading notes and theories and kind of sitting there and.
Okay, so she listens to you and she listens to you talk. She's like, well, it being underground is weird because underground. Well, and she gestures over to Factor. As you know, most of the drow are underground, and then there's some of the people called the Dominion of Reason, which is another nation underground, which is aberrations, oozes, monstrosities, things like that. That's their government called the Dominion of Reason. But no Dragonborn. That's different. Dragonborn normally are not underground. And dragons are, well, some dragons are underground. I know blue dragons like to burrow, and I know some other dragons like to burrow. But dragons I don't understand. This is all very new, and I feel like this is as a discovery, first of all. So, I if you don't mind, before you leave, I definitely want to get your name so I can have my researchers put it into our notes, so we don't leave you unattributed, because that's rude. That's rude.
Excellent. Yes.
But I just, I'm really interested in this. This is, God, I wish my dad he and my mom are gone on a trip for their anniversary. So I can't get to him right now, but he would love this. Oh my God, he would love this so much. Okay. Oh, I know. Have you talked to somebody at the Congress of Spells about this?
Not yet. We did have a plan to go there.
I think they'd be really interested in it, especially if you told them it was new dragons and new dragonborn. That's really interesting.
Good to
Weren't sure
know.
we would be welcomed.
Oh, because they're jerks? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I didn't want to say. I didn't want to
really
say
nervous all the time, so.
Whatever.
I see your point, but I really think like if you could get so the main librarian over there, his name is Kareem Ofoegbu, and he's a little absent-minded, but he's super cool. I love him. He's amazing. He would go nuts for this. He would love this.
Kareem.
Kareem. Great guy. Great archer.
Okay, great. Good to know. That will be helpful for us if we head that way. It's a new.
Then I say, is there any more information that you could offer us, ma'am?
About what?
Anything that we've been discussing? Because obviously, clearly, you say it's a new discovery, but then are there any more, even perhaps a hypothesis that you have in regards to this?
Okay, I do have a little bit of a theory. It's just a guess. It's just a guess right now. But it's possible that, one, we don't know everything about dragons, which is cool. Two, that we don't know everything about dragonborns, which is even more cool, because as far as dragonborn know, all of us were created in Flamehearth. And all of us were brought to the shore of the nation by Ninki Nanka. So if there's dragonborn outside of that, that's new. So my theory is because the dragon Hungerwild essentially started Dragonborn. He basically started. But we don't mess with him because he was evil and because we broke away from him. So if Hungerwild made all the Dragonborn except these, then who made them and when and how? And that's fascinating. So that's my first thought, is that something on the level of Hungerwild, and Hungerwild is an ancient worm. He's like, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 years old. Well, he was before he died, I guess. And so something on that power level or greater made dragons that are not like other dragons. And therefore Dragonborn, they're not like other Dragonborn. Who could that be and why? I'm fascinated by it.
What was her name again?
Her name,
The librarian.
Let me flip back to her. Her name was Cunoarda. Cunoarda. Cunoarda.
Well,
Yeah, Canardo, we're getting ready to head for like some grub and like chilling out for the rest of the night. I would be happy to explain everything that happened to us that night when we ran across them, blow by blow, when you get off work.
Unfortunately, as the head librarian, I don't get off till about 11. But I tell you what, I'm the head librarian. I'm here all the time. So whenever you want to come back, whatever stories you have, I definitely want to record all your names before you go, so you'll be attributed to making this discovery. And then anything new that you want to report, believe me, we'd be fascinated to learn, because the August Archive is on it.
That's why I have a
That
charisma of
sounds
10.
fair.
I mean, yeah, average charisma.
So
Yeah, 'cause I felt that was what was happening, and she was like, "How could I do this without making this bad?"
Also, I was hungry.
you're always hungry, Vincent. I swear.
She takes down all of your names and she writes that down to make sure the accreditation is proper. And she's like, "All right, definitely. If I find anything, because I've got my team of researchers working on it, I'm going to be working tonight on this. We're going to send word to the August Archives in the Capitol and in Lethasport to see if they have any information. And if I find anything, you can definitely come back and ask."
Excellent. Excellent.
I'm a little
Okay.
concerned that everyone's going to know about our business now, but yeah.
I mean,
Out
it's a
of
discovery.
character.
You've got a new discovery. You've invented something new. It's amazing.
Yeah, I won't have
I'm
a
sure
conversation.
absolutely fine.
Let's guys, let's leave her to the studies, and we'll talk to you. We can either reconvene in the morning with you, or if you want to meet up with us after you wrap up at work, man, so we can discuss this further. Or like I said, just contact us. However, you guys contact people.
Please swing by anytime. I'll be here.
Excellent. Right on.
Yeah, okay.
And she rushes off and then comes back. Sorry. Yeah, they're still working on it.
Okay, good to know.
All right. You guys want to head somewhere else?
And she gingerly takes the book back from you that she handed you back.
Yeah. The reference, you can take it.
She lets you keep the brochure though.
Yeah.
Priorities.
All right, so
Well,
you're
let's
able to
find
walk
us a
out of the
place.
August Archive. Where are you heading now? 'Cause I don't even know how long we've gone, but
I don't.
Food and lodging before things get too weird and we end up like pissing somebody off and getting attacked in the night, and we still need to get some rest.
You now have a brochure, and what pops out to you on the brochure immediately is the number 2 place is a pizza place called Dragonos, which is a place where they apparently have a gaming table where people play a game called Dragonos, and also they sell pizza.
Evan.
I'm fine with that. We can go play Dragonos. That's so places.
Oh boy, I love Dragonos. All right, so I made up a whole game in the game just for this. I'm very happy about it. Okay, so
Excellent.
you go
Excellent.
in. You see, and it's got a map in the brochure, so you're able to easily follow it. It's a little bit past that Joust Hotel that they showed you, so it's probably about a 10-minute walk. And by now it's getting on about 6:15, 6:30 in the evening. After the conversations you've had, and you get there and you walk in, and there's probably 20 different tables, all about chest level, with people holding what look like these little tiles, and slamming them down on the table and counting off and whatever, and playing games. And in the back, there's a large counter where you can see people making pizzas and tossing dough and all kind of stuff going on.
Well, hey guys, if you want to go order some pizza, I'll take a. I don't even know how to say pepperoni here. I just want a pepperoni pizza. That's all.
Pepperoni. Yes.
So I just want a
Pigs are still
pepperoni
pigs.
pizza. I'm gonna go see about playing what I assume is dominoes.
It is like Domino's.
Sure.
So you go up to a table just as one game is ending, and there's a very angry dwarf who just kind of storms off and tosses his dragon nose down and storms off. And they're like, "Hey, you looking to play a game? You looking to play? We got an empty spot now."
Why not?
All right. So very quickly they shuffle up and they hand you some stuff. So here's the gag on Dragon Nose. It's a D20. It's a D20 based game, and you choose before you start whether you're going to add your dexterity or charisma modifier. You cannot switch, whichever one it is. So you roll a D20, and every score that is a multiple of 5, everything that lands as a multiple of 5, that person gets all those points. The first person to get over 150 wins. You want to play?
Yeah, let's go with my charisma.
All right, great. So they
I'm
roll.
just gonna follow
and
Vincent.
the first person rolls a. Oh my God! Rolls a natural 20. Starts off with 20 points.
I rolled a 16.
All right, so you are second, and you roll a 16, which adds up to 36. So the numbers add. So if the first one rolls a 20, you roll 26. People keep adding, and only multiples of 5 score. So there's 2 more people at the table. 36 adds up to 38. So they rolled a 2. That's wait, but they're 4. So that's 38. 48. All right, so they take 40 points. And now the fourth one at the table rolls. Oh shit! Oh, sorry. I wasn't supposed to curse. Sorry.
Sloppy dice strike twice.
That's a bad word.
Rolls a 3 plus, so 45. Wow, people making money this game. Okay. So everybody has scored but you now. So the first one's back up and roll. You did not roll a natural 20. This dice is amazing. I love this dice. I'm totally gonna roll this dice all the time.
I feel like someone's got a loaded dice here. If he keeps up, I'm about to accuse somebody of cheating.
It's your turn though. Your roll.
2.
2. 2 plus your charisma modifier is what?
Is so 9 total. Sorry, I was disappointed with the 2. Really heavy.
Oh, close. So close. 9 is close. So that's 49 now. And then the next one rolls. 7 plus 2 is 9. So 49 plus 18 is 67. All right. And did not score that time. 67 plus 5 is 73. It's easier when multiple people are playing. It's not me. 73. So 79. 79 is the number on the board for you to roll, Factor. So you roll 20 and add your modifier.
So 14. Yeah. A 14 with a 7. So 21.
Your modifier is what?
7.
Oh, 21. Oh, wow. Wow, your modifier is high. Okay. So
yeah, man, I'm charismatic.
Well, all 3 of us have already sitting down with our pizza.
That's 98. Oh, okay. So somebody about to win this if they get this money. All right. So that is, but that's 22. Sorry. So 98, 108, 100. Wait a minute. 118 plus 2 is 120. So the one to your right wins because they had 40 already with 160. And they'll be like, oh, and 3 of them walk away and they're like, another win, yay. You want to play again, stranger?
The rest of us arrive with pizzas like, how did it go?
Yeah, let's go eat.
Are you having fun?
No.
Oh.
Well, you're welcome to come back some other time or enjoy your pizza.
I'm gonna go eat, man. You have fun hustling.
I'll do that. Because nobody's gambling. There's no money being traded here. People are just playing the game to win or lose.
Oh. Well, that makes me want to play more. I thought we were gambling.
They didn't ask you for any money.
Well, fair enough. Hey, look.
Anyway, so
I'm sorry.
you're able to find an empty table, and all of you
man.
can start to play.
At this point, I'd be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if you were pulling gold out my thing through magic. But hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. You have a great day, man. We'll come back and play it another time. Right now, we really need to eat and rest. It has been a long, crazy day that involved dragons. Take care.
Sure. Great. Okay.
That we defeated in self-defense.
All right. So are you taking the pizzas with you, or are you eating here?
I didn't
know
want to make
Vincent's already
Vincent
started.
mad.
Vincent said he wanted to sit down.
Yeah,
we're
sit
just
down,
carrying it because we wanted to check on Factor.
So
what are you doing next?
Find a table and sit down and eat real quick.
Okay, there are tables where you can sit down off on the side to eat, and there you see families eating, and you see it's just a regular restaurant. So you're able to sit down and eat. And what kind of pizzas did you all? You got a pepperoni pizza for Factor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you slide the box over to Factor. Factor, you open it up, and on the inside of it, there's a note that says Nightfire Castle.
It says Nightfire Castle?
Yep.
I roll a perception check.
What are you looking for?
Anything and everything that looks suspicious in the area. 19.
You look around, and it's a family restaurant with people playing games and pizzas being eaten, and you don't see anything unusual or suspicious that gets your attention.
So hey guys.
I like the dancing bear.
Hey guys, Vincent, Benjamin, Vexis, man. Look, I like. Do you see this? And I showed them all the note. So yeah.
Got a date?
What is Night Castle Fire? What does that even mean?
Nightfire Castle. Do I recognize that name?
You can roll a history check to find out.
History. 19.
19. When you got here, because you were a stranger in a strange land, you were very interested in the idea of possibly anything like that. You did note that in doing so, two things popped out to you. First of all, that an entire fortress from the Ungul region ended up in the Pana region, which you thought was weird. But what struck you more than that was that an entire castle from another planet landed on the west coast of the nation in the Karma region called Nightfire Castle. That's all the information you had about it, though.
And yeah, I relay that to them, and that's really that's all I know. It's
so
it is
so there's
similar to us. It's from another world, and it's been dumped here by who knows what.
Now, I want to roll a history check to see if there's any way I have any knowledge of this.
Okay.
Well, that's not going to do me much good. 4.
4? That's really rough. Even though you do remember that it feels like someone said those two words to you today. You just can't remember who or whom.
Oh. Wait a second. I think I know. What if, real quick, just out of character, right? What if, based on what you just said, I remember what was said, and does that work?
Out of character, your character doesn't remember who said it to him, but your character did hear those words today.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. But your character does not remember.
Okay. That's why I had to double check. So look,
because
man,
with a 4, I'm forced to do that with a 4. The dice have a story to tell.
It's cool, man. Like you said, the dice got a story to tell, Hannibal, and I respect it. So look, everybody, look. Like, I know somebody said that to me earlier. Like the like, and I don't remember who. This has been the weirdest
librarian.
Hey,
can I look in the over at the counter, like the kitchen of all the people preparing pizzas? Is there like one of the pizza makers just like staring at us?
Nope. Nobody seems to be looking at your way. Nobody seems to be paying any attention to you at all.
I bet you that Was it the chick you talked
Anybody
to
with
earlier
the red
today
razor?
while we were all frozen?
Oh, um,
And if you said she can stop time and whatnot, maybe she like stopped time, put a note on your pizza, and then like left again. Haha, that'd be cool.
well, man, based on the fact that we seen her earlier, she's obviously in the vicinity. So I do think that's entirely plausible. Which, if I wasn't dealing with all the crap that I'm dealing with being in this place, I would have said it's entirely implausible. But we won't get into that because I'm sick of explaining that none of this crap is normal.
You keep
Well,
saying
you,
that, man, but stuff is pretty normal around here.
Okay, Ninja Turtle. Go half shell and all. Sorry. I'm sorry, Vincent. It's getting on my nerves. It's stressing me out. I can't take it all. Right? I don't know. So what, guys? You think we should just go to this castle?
well, I mean, it's a good a
Not
lead
right
as any.
now.
I mean, obviously not right now. We're eating and we need some rest. But
Right.
once, I mean, that's as good a lead as any.
I mean, it could be related. Why else would somebody write a note inside the pizza?
This is true. This is a very, very. That's a strange thing to do.
You guys, I mean, look, what time is it?
It's now about 7 o'clock.
It's quite late. Yeah.
You guys want to go wrap this up, read a book, and mule over these facts, and then start this again in the morning? I really feel like that's, and then just hike to this castle that is
Well,
in the same position.
in the morning we can see if there's any way to get there faster than just walking across the entire countryside. But yes, for now, let's find somewhere to rest. I would like to read this book about the
Really
Allen.
busy day.
She took the book back. The reference book, she took that back.
No, the reference book. Yeah, no, I want to read the book about the Ivory Betrayer.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, I would like to read this book, and yeah, we might as well find somewhere to rest.
Let's
Okay.
go back to the hotel, and I'm just gonna cover everyone's rooms because I know for a fact if it wasn't for them showing up when I don't say this to them because I don't want to know the situation it would put me in if they were aware that I just and they all showed up.
Sure.
So I'm gonna pay for all the rooms though because I'm aware of the fact that if they wouldn't have showed up as they did, I'd be dead. And then I say, you guys have a good night, and I retire for the night and go to my room.
Let's get you over to the hotel first. You walk.
Yeah.
Are you walking back to the joust? Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're going over to the Joust Hotel,
There again.
and there is a very, very old halfling woman at the gate, and she's like, "Welcome to the Joust Hotel. Are you looking for one room, or are you all to share? Or are you all going to be in multiple rooms?"
How much is 4 rooms?
4 rooms would be, let's see, 75 a room. That would be 300 gold.
That's fine.
Okay. And that's 4 rooms that she puts up.
Look,
I know this is a luxury
don't expect
hotel.
this all the time, guys. But I
my God.
truly appreciate you. We're gonna go relax, and I'm gonna go in my room and freak out.
I'm sorry,
now-
Factor. You've set a precedent now. I will expect no less.
You didn't expect what you want, man.
Don't mind sharing a room.
I will ask. So
I'm used
this
to
is
sleeping
this
in a
is
room
not
with 4
like
beds.
this is not necessarily an adventurer centric hotel that you seem to be adventurous. If you need material components for your spells, our concierge can get those for you for an additional 25 gold. They will be ready in the morning.
Good to know. Thank you.
That's great.
You are in the rooms on floor 17. You are 1704 through 1708, and here are your room keys. As you pass you these little stones that have kind of glowing arcane glyphs on them that also have a number on them.
How about that?
Oh, nice. Just like in Fireburg.
I stare at the rock. I go, this is annoying. I'll see you guys in the morning. and I proceed to my room, and I just go in there, and I start having a slight panic attack, but also like a manic rage, like a cross between like pure unadulterated rage for the crap that I'm dealing with and a panic attack where it's just like there's you could probably hear profanity being screamed out of my room.
Oh, the walls are very thick. You cannot hear anything outside of there.
So
For $75 a night, I better not hear anything.
This is a luxury hotel.
Yeah.
There is no sound coming out of these rooms.
Blackout curtains.
If someone could hear
walls.
me, it would be very profane.
And you do get it. The room has because a king size bed could fit inside of the circular bed that you find in here. It's a big, big bed. And it's got like kind of a waterfall bathtub. I mean, these are luxury rooms. These are not this is no little cheap thing, no roadside inn. This is luxury.
You said we're on the 17th floor.
Correct.
There's an elevator, I'm guessing.
They have these, there are essentially arcane elevators. They're essentially like kind of boxes that open up and you don't feel anything happen. It's just, they go up and they go down. They're working on essentially a variant of the levitate spell.
Because, it ain't leg day. You ain't going up that many stairs.
There is a staircase, but yeah, you don't have to take that. They call this a box, basically, and you get in the box and it takes you up to your floor. So you're all able to check in for the night, and I don't think we're going to have that happen. Okay.
Shiro Factor will feel much better and be friendlier after a good sleep. Meanwhile, he's screaming in the next room. Oh, good, there's a step stool. I can climb on the bed.
Yes. Oh, and your room, you will note, it has
normal.
When you walk in, Benjamin, you notice that everything that you see automatically scales down to your size.
Oh wow!
Finally! This is a luxury hotel. This is a luxury hotel.
Oh, that is much better. Oh, what a nice bed. It's cushy.
So cushy and so comfy. So you're all able to now mark a long rest. You regenerate all your hit points and all of your spell slots and any abilities like key points as a monk that you might have.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
I was at 38 HP, I think.
Oh, you don't have to roll hit dice. You just roll. You go for a long rest. You just wake up with all your hit points.
Yeah, Vexis is probably gonna.
I don't know my hit points by heart. I took a quick note.
Your hit points
last time when I got hurt.
You have 88 total hit points, but because I didn't expect you to get into a combat encounter today, I can look up how many hit points you have, but it's not really important.
Yeah, I meant total because I don't see it on my sheet.
Your total here that I have written down is 88, which, holy crap, for a fighter, that's amazing.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I know, right? Unless I wrote it down wrong, because that's what I got.
I've only got 38.
In my previous world, I ended ended my
hit
adventure at a high level of 31. So
hit dice for a fighter is a D10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just hit it perfect every time. Yeah. Okay, so or at least that's what I was told, because I don't remember the sheets. Anyway, so you wake up in the morning, and it is you did not choose the concierge service, so none of you do not have any new material components. I will, for housekeeping reasons, assume that the spellcasters among you, that you normally have about 5 cantrips worth of spell materials and about however many spell slots you have worth of that. But once you use them up, they're used up, and you got to figure it out. There's only one place in the nation that actually regularly gives you that as part of your room rent, which is the inn in Lethasport, which Vexis, because you've been all over. You've been all over the place.
Yep.
Okay. So bright early. Well, I don't know. At what point do you all wake up in the morning? I'll ask that.
I mean, Vexis only has to sleep for 4 hours, so he'll spend the 4 hours reading the book about the Ivory Betrayer.
Right. Okay. Roll an intelligence check for me, please. Just a straight intelligence check.
Oh, so close. That's a 12.
A 12?
Mm-hmm.
As I said, most of the words that you can parse out, because it's written in multiple languages. but they don't seem to go together. There's just random strings of words, with the exception of every once in a while you see pop up Ivory Betrayer, crystal clear, and that is written in common. So, but yeah, the book is what you can tell with a 12. What you can tell is that this is a record of something. Somebody was writing something down to keep record of something, because there's long paragraphs and long pieces of information, and every once in a while, like some scribbles in the margins that are slightly different handwriting, but you have no idea what the heck this is talking about.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Great.
All right. So you wake up at whatever time you need to wake up in the morning. You did, when you went to sleep, note that there's a buffet breakfast that's downstairs until 10. And the checkout is at 11. So what are you all doing this bright morning? The day is yours.
I
try to
woke
get to a
up
certain
at
story
8.
point to see where we stop.
I
Okay.
woke up at 8, hoping this was all a dream. And then I
You
woke
wake up
up.
in this luxury room that's got magic flowing water and all sorts of things. And yeah, it is. You're still where you were when you went to sleep.
All right. So I'm gonna like cleanse myself, because obviously it would be a good idea to get a bath and all freshened up and blah blah, and get some fresh garb on, and then I'm gonna step out my door and see if I can find my new compatriots that don't know that I summoned them from wherever they were.
Well, you know their rooms, because you're in the last of the rooms. You know their rooms are on the same hall, and
all right.
Because I said the whole place is like a giant chess bishop. So inside there are rings up, and you can see just gigantic tree growing up through part of it, and it's enormously lush. There's a waterfall going down to the restaurant down there. There's a bar down, and you can see this over the railing. It's just really gorgeous. You can choose to go to your compatriot's room if you'd like.
All right, so I'm gonna
You can already see Vexis down at the restaurant.
Oh well,
you're not
okay.
giving up that buffet at all, baby.
Nope. So I see Vexis done eating, and I knock on Benjamin and Vincent's doors respectively, and ask them if they want to go get some food.
Oh yeah. Like I woke up early and I did some exercise to keep trim, and then I had a bath, and now I could really use some breakfast.
Benjamin is
I
just
just have
super
my cloth
jacked as
on, my
well.
armor is still in the room.
I don't think they have pizza this early, Vincent, just so you know.
That's okay.
Breakfast pizza.
We can make things into pizzas.
I don't think I want to know what that is. Let's go eat.
Waffle. And then you put some cheese on that, and then you put some eggs on that, and then you put like some Parmesan cheese on that, and then it's pizza.
Well, you do also note as you get down there that they have a breakfast burrito bar, and the tortillas are surprisingly round and pizza-like.
Yeah, Vincent's digging in, baby.
So you're all able to get a pretty easy breakfast where you're able to eat very calmly. And you see a couple of more adventures here. You see there's a group of people who they all seem to be wearing identical hooded black robes with white gloves and white boots. And they have white masks that have like a little mathematical symbol on them. And some of them have their masks up, they're eating. But you see them off probably about 40 feet away. But it's mostly just regular people sitting here eating them and having breakfast. So the day is yours. What would you like to do?
I look at Vincent and go, "Do you know anything about that group of gentlemen?"
I don't. I don't think I've seen them before. I will do a history check or investigation.
Is it terrible? My brain. Why did you all both have to pick names that started with V? Because I meant Vexis, and that's
I practiced before the game. I practiced a lot before the game, making sure I don't screw that up.
Yeah, y'all both had to pick names that started with V. Like, come on, man. Like, what are the chances and the probability of that? But let me rephrase myself.
1 out of 26.
Did you look it up? Fair enough, Hannibal. Whatever. Okay. So Vexis, with all your studies, man, and everything you've been through here, do you know anything about them?
Glancing over at these persons in black and white, they don't immediately look like anything I recognize, do they?
Roll history check. You tell me.
Oh yeah, history check. Here we go.
Like, you tell me.
26.
26, you absolutely know about these. You're aware because again, you've spent a lot of time studying up on things when you got here. And adventurers, in addition to regular adventurers like yourself, there are what are called adventuring clans, which are special collections of people who pay a monthly fee that's rather exorbitant, honestly, and who get some special blessing from a god who gives them a special item that does something. And these are these are members of an adventuring clan called the Fractals, who follow the god of math. And they all dress identically, and they all have the exact same outfit on. So, but they have different abilities. Some of them are clerics, some of them are paladins, but all of them have the exact same outfit, no matter whether they're a halfling or Goliath. They all dress exactly the same.
Okay, I heard people dressed in white and they belong to a clan, and I got really excited because I was going to kick some ass.
White gloves. They're wearing black hoods.
Okay.
Yes, and yeah, I explain all that. Yes, so that is
okay.
they are a member of the Fractals. They follow the god of mathematics.
Math.
And well, I mean, you ask any mathematician, and they'll tell you that it all boils down to math.
Yeah.
To be fair, they are known throughout the land. They are very skilled. They have many warriors of many different abilities. Some wizards.
I ain't messing with them because I'm not good with math.
I mean, we could. we could also ask them if any of them have been to Nightfire Castle and the best way to get there, possibly.
That could work.
You seem to be the most diplomatic amongst us, Vexis. I would recommend you do that. I'll be real honest. People seem to freak out, and I freak out about the fact that there shouldn't be dragons.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you're the weird one.
Yeah,
it's perfectly normal.
It's I mean, it's easier to be diplomatic after you've been arrested a couple of times. But I'll go over to the Fractals.
All right, you go over, and let me look up which group this is. Okay, great. All right, so you go over, and you see that they're eating. One of them's got his mask up. He's a half orc. Another one is a half elf, and they're sitting there, and there's a couple more, and they're like, "Shut." And
I'll just say, "Good morning. Sorry to bother you," and I'll look at the half elf as well. Look at him and just be like, "Good morning, cousin. Apologies to interrupt, but the group of you wouldn't happen to have, on your travels, been to the west towards Nightfire Castle, would you?"
And they stop and they look at each other, and the half elf says, "Wasn't that weird black castle that just appeared on the west coast, south of Echeverria that day?"
That's the one. That is it. Yes.
And they're like, and the half orc says, "Yeah, we've it's pretty much a straight shot out of the western gate of Davia. You'll get to a fork in the road that one fork goes up to Echeverria and the other fork goes south to Kente. That's as far as the road goes. Then you have to go overland through the forests."
Right. Are there any transport services or anything that might take us out that way, or?
Well, I say, well, if you catch the midnight runner that's going west, either to Kente or to Echeverria, and ask him to just stop and let you out, then that you could get that could shave probably about 3 hours off your trip. But then you'd probably lose another hour and a half walking through the woods.
Walking through the forest, of course. Excellent. Well, okie dokie. Thank you very much. I appreciate your cooperation.
Strike true.
All the best. And I'll head back and explain that to the others.
Sure.
Yeah. So there is a transport option that we can use, but then we are on foot through the forest towards the west, which brings a certain level of risk, I guess. But the only other option I could think of would be our own horses, but even then, we're still at risk traveling through a forest. So it's much of a muchness, really.
I don't like much
I
of a
would say
muchness.
What?
I don't like much of a muchness.
Oh, nah, neither do I. I'd be happier with like a subway. The train, not the boat, not the sandwich. But let's take the let's take
Midnight Runner.
a coach or what?
Well, there is the Midnight Runner, which is a transport vessel that gets us travels to Kente, and then we just ask to get off at the fork in the road.
Let's do that. Because I don't want my skateboard's not going to make it anywhere through here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna agree because last time I went back and forth. It's fine, man. I don't want to talk about that. Sorry, man. I don't want you to keep bringing that up. But yeah, let's. You seem to know well what we're talking about here, Vexis. So let's go do that and hopefully not die.
Well, I appreciate your confidence in me, Factor. Has everyone eaten? Benjamin, have you had enough protein today?
Oh, yes. I make sure I have a lot.
Excellent. Good.
There are some to-go containers if you'd like to take some that you on the road with you.
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah.
My bag is so full of food. I've been shoving muffins.
Yeah. I mean, look, he didn't. Look, Vincent didn't take he just my bag's to go, okay? And he just started packing it. So I'm going to try and get as much as I can in a proper container to take with us so, we don't starve. Nothing.
As we're leaving, Vexis will just talk to Benjamin and just say, Benjamin, have you always been so ridiculously strong? Is that from shepherding? Is that how you got that strong?
Well, I mean,
I apologize if this is too personal, but you're outrageously strong. Look at you.
Yeah. I mean, when I go shepherding, I actually have to wear a suit of armor.
Why?
Because there's always monsters that came to attack my sheep for some reason.
That require you to wear armor?
Yeah, full body.
Do all shepherds wear armor where you're from?
I keep sheep, so of course I've tasted my sheep. They're good, but they're not that good that I've had monsters almost every day come and attack them.
Well,
so I don't know. And then of course there's the whole thing with the man on the cloud, and then everywhere I went, people kept monsters kept attacking me. And then when I went into ruins, even bigger monsters attacked me. So yeah, I kind of have to stay in shape. I don't know. I'm not.
Is it? I mean, the common denominator here. Pardon me for saying so, Benjamin. It feels like you are you. No matter where you go, you get attacked by monsters. Yes. Do other people go those places and get attacked by monsters? Is it you? Are you just particularly interesting to these monsters?
Now that I think about it, a lot of the places I go, nobody else. And when I have a friend that goes with me, well, they don't die, but I lose them for a while, and they get attacked too.
Vexis will pull out a notebook. Stay away from Benjamin. Right.
Benjamin completely oblivious. Like, you're writing.
I'm just writing a note to myself to stay behind you, because you are the strongest. Between you and Vincent, I think martially, you two are incredibly capable. Factor seems to be able to.
That. My friends are always behind me too.
Oh, well, it makes sense.
Sometimes very far.
Well,
but it's okay. I don't mind protecting them.
And I appreciate that.
Seem to be a good friend.
Yes, exactly. And I mean, I have abilities that will, protect us and keep us safe, of course. But I mean, obviously, having yourself and Vincent in the front is good. Factor appears to be able to just bend light around themselves and disappear. It's incredible.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I
How
have no
don't
idea
do
what
that.
I'm capable of. I don't know what I can and cannot do. That's all that I know anymore right now. Sometimes I just try stuff here and it works. And suddenly I have a light bulb in my hand. I mean, not a light bulb, Vincent, I seen that look. I didn't mean like an actual physical light bulb. I mean, like just a source of light. You know what I mean? I get it.
Well, it's fine. It's fine. I've said this to other sorcerers before. Like if it's, Factor, I think the sooner you just accept that you have innate abilities that allow you to do things, I think the easier it's going to be for you. For now, while you're here.
I
Here's the
assume you're
catch.
walking and talking while it's all
Oh
happening.
yeah, we are walking and talking.
You're now at the West Gate, and you see there's a small
I'm doing
kiosk.
a light jog because I'm short.
I love it. There's a kiosk there that says Midnight Runner. Behind it, you see a number of wagons that are like put in caravans, and at the bottom of each one of them is a glowing yellow stone, probably about 2 or 3 feet across. And at the front, there's what's essentially a forge built into the wagon that is kind of the pallet there. And you walk up to the gentleman. There's not much of a line as you finish talking. And the gentleman standing there is like, yes, so where are you going today? Where are you need a Midnight Runner to today?
Well, I'm looking for Dixie. Because this
I
is
don't know.
Dixie's Midnight Runner, right?
Oh, Dexy? Oh, Dexy's down in Leicester.
Oh, well, I guess we'll use you guys.
Yeah, Dexy and his wife Eileen, they work out of Leicester.
They do actually. They run. Believe me, they run a tight ship. They really do. Between the two of them, they're.
Oh yeah, it's a
Yes.
franchise. We work for them. We're their employees. But yeah, I mean, they live in Leicestersport.
Excellent. Well, we would like to book passage on the way to Kente, but if we could stop and depart at the fork in the road between.
Oh, you mean the one the split to Echeverry?
The split
to
Echeverry, yes, please.
All
if
right.
that's okay.
Yeah, normally those tickets would be 40 gold, but I guess since you're only going halfway, 20 gold each.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will take care of it this time.
Oh, well, thank you, Vincent.
Factor, thank you for the night. It was a wonderful. I loved staying there. It was great. The food was awesome. I'll take care of this time.
And he takes 80 gold from you. I will also say for you, Vincent, that you did notice on the room service menu that they had pizza, and you bought a sizable amount of it, which Factor will notice later when he goes to pay, when he goes to look for his money. Anyway,
I forgot to mention, I tried on the robe fragment that we found earlier. While we were in our hotel. Did I notice anything? Did I feel any connection to my father, or anything like that?
I will say for that, roll an Arcana check.
I don't have any Arcana. Okay.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
That would be a 1.
Oh my god! You actually ripped it partially, and you were very concerned. So you just finally kind of folded it up and put it into your things and decided not to touch it anymore. It's a natural 1. It's not my fault. I didn't pick I didn't roll the dice. The dice have a story to tell.
He is going to be so mad.
Meanwhile,
my
out of
dad's gonna be
character,
so
I'm thinking,
pissed.
oh my god, what were you thinking? You're much bigger than him.
Because he did it to himself. He did it to himself.
Yeah.
That's the bad part.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
so as we're getting up onto the runner, I'll just say, Factor, if you don't mind, on the journey west, there's just a little spell I would like to cast that might give me a little bit more information about what exactly you can do, if that would help.
I mean, I suppose, man, I'm not much for being known to that level, especially with the fact that I'm in such an unknown place and I have no idea what's going on, and it's really getting. But I suppose it would be helpful to know more of what I'm capable of.
Mm-hmm. Or like it's very. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a simple detect magic ritual.
Okay.
It's not. It's again. It's divination is not my specialty, but it will let me know if there is a specific flavor of magical ability that you have.
Okay. So as you notice that the guy you talk to, he goes up to the automaton and seems to program something special into it, and the wagon rolls off as you start casting the ritual spell. You do cast a ritual spell, and you detect that Factor he is capable of magic. He does have some magical abilities, as he is a bard. He is a bard from the College of Swords, and with a detect magic spell, you can figure that out. So he's got a number of magical abilities, and definitely he is. But you also notice with the detect magic spell, there's something on his arm that pops out way more powerfully than anything. It's strong magic, and it's all divine magic. It's very, very powerful divine magic on his right arm in this tattoo that you do not. Actually, let me see if you would know what it can do. It does. Are you able to figure that out? You also sense a very strong conjuration magic coming off, divine and conjuration magic coming off of this tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'll say, well, you are, from what I can gather, and I'll explain what like the bard and be like, these are your. I mean, yes, you have a sense of magic. It appears to come from your innate ability to create. So whereas I perform a set of instructions to create my magic, it requires it requires material, verbal, and somatic components. Yours simply require your ability to be creative from the look of it. But I notice, Factor, on your arm, the marking you have there, it is very strong conjuration magic, but it appears to be divine in nature. There's not a lot about divine magic that I can ascertain. But it's incredibly powerful. Did you know you had that?
Yeah, and I don't know where it came from. I just know when I got here, it was there.
I see. Did it activate before we appeared in the cave with you?
Yeah. And then it's done it one other time, too.
When was the other time?
When I very first got here, and then like it did it, and then some other people showed up, and then they thought I was crazy. But yeah.
Oh. Interesting. Well, I'm sure. I mean, you don't seem to be any worse for having it. But just so you know, that's what it is. These are your abilities. But I mean, Factor, you have taken the first steps into a much larger world. You have a lot of growing to do, and I mean, a part of me envies your abilities, Factor. You simply desire the things to happen, and they do. Bards and warlocks and sorcerers are, they have an innate ability to just will things into existence. So, yes, I think as you grow and as you experience more of this world, I believe your abilities will grow along with you.
It's definitely different than the one I was from, which is way more like the one that Vincent was from, except there's no giant turtles there even. Sorry, bro. I'm boring.
Part of me is very, very intrigued about what life must be like in a mundane world. That's how does anything exist? And then Vexis will kind
Well,
of
it's
go off
gotta
onto
be-
his own tangent, be like, "Have we become so reliant on magic that we couldn't possibly exist with it? Are we slaves to the technology?"
While you're going on your rant, it takes about an hour and a half. But the wagon comes to
For him to stop his
an
rant?
easy stop. No, it comes. He's still ranting as the wagon comes to a kind of a stop. And you hear a ding,
Benjamin's just like
and
listening,
an
like
automated voice says, "Fork in the road, exit. Fork in the road, exit. Fork in the road, exit." And then you hear like a little ticking, like it's got time before it's going to start going again.
Yeah, sweet.
Well, time to go, y'all.
Sweet, yeah.
Right.
You
Benjamin
take.
pulls on Vexis asleep.
Yeah, Vexis is still like, but I mean, could we imagine life without it anyway?
So
Like,
you
yeah,
all
he'll get off and he's just on the road now, being just like, what does it all mean? Is it possible? What is
the wagon pulls off towards Kente, towards the south, the left fork, and you notice something odd as you've been left here on the side of the road. That there's not a lot of people on the road at this point. You see off in the distance some, but towards the fork, just at the tree line, you see what looks like a large white furred bear that's just sitting on his backside with what looks like a yellow flared collar and polka dots on it. And there's a long rope attached to it that's frayed at one end. It doesn't seem to be interested in anyone. It's just sitting there by the tree line, just kind of thoughtfully licking a paw and doing nothing. So what are you doing?
Wide berth. Look. I know I come from a world where there's a lot of people that look like animals, but even there, we give bears all the room they need. Let's go around.
Do you want to try to go around the bear and avoid it?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Mike.
I mean,
Please give me.
Vexis is going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
And but also he's going to like stand there and look at it.
Okay. You can look at it. It's fine. So if you're trying to go around it subtly, I'll need you to all give me a group stealth check.
Okay, which one is that?
Stealth is it's a dexterity based thing. So for you, Benjamin, it would be your stealth roll is +4.
21.
Nice.
Okay, that's good. I was meaning the die itself.
Oh, it's a D20. D20.
Okay, thank you. Oh, okay.
I got a 24. What else we got?
21.
22 for Vexis.
22, 21.
The ninja rolled a 14.
It's all the pizza in the bag.
Yes.
A 13 was all
And
you
the
needed.
muffins.
A 13 was
Okay.
all you needed.
It's the smell of everything.
So
I did
you
just
are
enough. Yeah.
you are able to
21.
Gotcha. So 20, everybody else is over 20, so it's fine. That made up for the 14 being so low as well. So Vincent's honestly still eating pizza and not really paying that much attention. You're all able to quietly usher him, about 70 yards around and try, get around. And the bear does not notice you. It does not pay any attention to you moving along because it's seen people on the road for a while. And you're able to come through the woods, kind of behind it and keep tracking through. And don't get me wrong, the woods are thick. They're very thick trees and heavy, dense undergrowth. So you're pushing through. It's a very slow going. But who is leading this expedition through the forest?
I mean, I guess me, since I'm the one that brought these individuals, and it's kind of unless Vincent, do you want to lead this into the forest based on the ninja skills? Maybe you could take it up to the trees to get a bit of a higher look.
It's going to be probably, Benjamin or Vincent should be leading the, and Vincent, you're in armor, right? I'm sorry, not Vincent. I'm Vincent. Duh. Benjamin, you're in armor, right?
Full body, yeah.
Yeah. Vincent will try to take the lead and be doing like survival and stealth checks to keep the path and make sure we're not like going the wrong direction and checking natures and all the fun things.
Please give me a survival check.
All right, that is a 13.
A 13. Oh, all right. The remainder of your trek through the woods is uneventful. You're able to push through without any significant difficulty. And after a little over 2.5 hours of steady walking, it's now creeping on about 12:30 as the sun is past its midday zenith. You push through and step out of the tree line to see the looming Gothic shape of this giant castle framed by the sea of sadness past it.
Ooh.
I'm tempted to stop here, but there's something I'm really trying to get y'all to, but I'm tempted to stop here, so I'll let y'all decide because I don't know how long we're supposed to go.
Out of character, maybe we should stop because that sounds like a dungeon.
It does sound like a dungeon, and I was really trying to get y'all to it, but you were having so much fun talking, I decided to let you play. So,
My phone died. I had to switch over to my
Stay
tablet.
away from the
Character development.
we will
is
pick up
important.
there next time. We will pick up there next time as you've just stepped out to see the looming shape of Nightfire Castle.
Real quick, I want to do one last thing. I want to roll a history
what's up?
check. Do I recognize this castle anywhere from within where I come from? Oh God, I got a 7. So
it looks like a castle.
You don't know shit, buddy.
It looks like a castle.
That sure is a castle.
That roll.
Hey, at least you didn't
castly.
rip your dad's garment like I did, so you're good.
Yes,
I'm not even checking my
that is
shurikens. With
definitely-
my luck, I'm gonna stick one in my eye.
Definitely one of the castles of all time.
Definitely one of the
It's
castles.
very castly, very demure, very castly.
All right. So we'll
pick up there next time.
All right. So we will be back again. Maybe a little bit sooner. We got to talk about a little bit of things, man. But before we go, I want to make sure y'all are checking out the questionnaire. We've just had so many great quests that involve pretty much everyone here, man. Allan's just they just dropped the promo for the Minecraft movie with Jack Black and Jason Momoa, which looks phenomenal. Hannibal's got the works with Damien over there. You can check the quest right before this and find out all about that, as a number of other things. Shiro's been killing it. You can check all her work out, as well as is responsible for making this show look so much better. And if you need a local comic book guy or just looking for information on what comic books you should hit up, you definitely need to check Dave, man, over at Mage's Comics and Games, or on This Week in Comics every week on the Questionnaire Live Facebook. Yeah? Besides that, I just want everybody out there to do a couple things, right? One, firstly, you should always give it that thumbs up, right? And then, get your comic on, get your game on, get your film on. Just make sure you're entertained and it ain't freaking TikTok staring and you ain't doom scrolling, right? That's my only opinion on that, right? Besides that, have a good night, y'all.
This has been the questionnaire.
Where's the link?
Thanks for checking out the questionnaire.
In the link below, yes?
I will drop it like it's hot.
That's another party.
It's cool, man. I love it.
The questionnaire. That is all.